Okay, we're going to stay with the shell on this one, and we're going to play around with these quote marks. So if I just get the shell up, Python shell, there we go. And I'm going to type in these variables. I'm going to say that var1 equals raw underscore input. So I'm getting some data from the keyboard, from the user, and I'm going to assume that the user is going to be making mistakes when they type in. So bear with me on this one. So there we go, it's waiting for me to type something in. So I'm going to type in that's nice. Okay, notice that we've got some strange black and then green colours coming up because it's recognising that single apostrophe. But what is it going to do? What's it going to store in var1? So if I print out var1, it prints out that's nice. Perfect. Oh, okay. What about the double quote marks? So let's reassign var1. Let's just get some keyboard input. A quote from Apollo 13, Houston, we have a problem. Right, how's it handled that one? Oops, let's just print that out and see what's happened. Print var1, and there we go. Well, it sort of worked nicely. It's understood that that one's got a single apostrophe, so that string must be double quotes. It's recognised that this one has double quote marks in there, so the whole thing must be surrounded by single quotes. We can take a look. If I just do var1, there we go. We have single quotes around it. Let's go mad really. Let's take this one again. Let's do that's nice. This type, instead of printing it, let's just show what the variable contains, and notice that it's understood that it's got a single apostrophe there, so it has put double quote marks around there. Now what happens if the user themselves create an error when we type this in? Let's take a look at that. So let's go and get the input again, and this time I'm going to use both sets in my string. So a quote from Apollo 13. Whoops. Houston, we have a problem. Let's do that. Nice. So now I've got some difficulty because I'm using in my string literal some double quote marks, and I'm also using the single apostrophe. So this should really throw a bit of a wobbler for the computer. It shouldn't really accept that according to the way we've programmed. So let's see what happens when I press enter. Well, I haven't come up with an error, which is nice. If I do print var1, wow, it's actually done it. Look. Got the double quote marks around that and got the single quote mark there. So what on earth's going on here? If I type var1 to see what this string actually is and press enter, There you go. There's a little bit of a difference. Can you see? So it's put a single quote around. So it's realised that this inside was a literal quote. So it's put a single apostrophes around, but it realised that there was an 3, not 2, and really the string should have ended there, and it's put a backslash. That is really, really important, and we're going to be looking at backslashes in a moment on what they do and what they mean.